Welcome to the lure of temptation. Each story is a personal encounter with weakness, through which each person will rise up to escape the traps of temptation around. And today we come to the topic. They said it was just for fun, but fun turned into debt, lies, and destruction. Behind every "I'll quit tomorrow" is a deeper trap waiting to pull them back in. The biggest lie? That they were always in control, until it was too late. Gambling addiction is a complex and pervasive issue that can quietly take root in anyone, regardless of age, background, or circumstance. At its core, gambling addiction is not simply about the games or the money. It's about the powerful psychological hold that the hope of winning, the thrill of risking, and the cycle of loss and regret can exert over someone's life. The consequences can be devastating, affecting not only the gambler, but also their friends, family, and even entire communities. One of the most insidious aspects of gambling addiction is the web of deception that often comes with it. To protect themselves from judgment or to shield loved ones from the painful truth, gambling addicts frequently resort to telling dangerous lies, both to themselves and to those around them. These lies can range from small justifications to deeply woven stories that allow the addict to continue their habit unchecked. For those seeking to understand, help, or recover from gambling addiction, recognizing these lies is crucial. Examining the most common falsehoods told by those struggling with a gambling problem can shed light on the inner workings of addiction and demonstrate why honesty is essential for genuine recovery. One of the most prevalent lies told by gambling addicts is, "I can stop whenever I want." This statement, while often uttered with conviction, masks the reality of addiction. Unlike recreational gamblers, a person who is addicted to gambling cannot easily walk away. The thrill of betting, the anticipation of a win, and the compulsion to recoup losses can override logic, reason, and even the most heartfelt promises. Admitting a lack of control is difficult, as it means confronting the fact that what was once an entertaining pastime has become a dominating force. By claiming they can stop at any time, addicts try to maintain an illusion of control, for themselves and for those who might intervene. Another dangerous lie is, "I'm winning. I just got unlucky this time." Many gambling addicts cling to the belief that their luck will turn around, and that continued play is justified because victory is just around the corner. This illusion keeps them coming back to casinos, betting sites, and lottery counters. Gamblers often celebrate small wins and rationalize major losses, minimizing the severity of their situation. The truth, however, is that nearly all gambling games are engineered to favor the house. Over time, the losses accumulate, but the addictive nature of the activity makes it incredibly easy to focus on near misses and occasional payouts. This misplaced optimism fuels further risk-taking and obstructs an honest assessment of the consequences. The lie of secrecy is especially harmful. No one knows, and no one needs to know. Gambling addiction can lead to a double life, where debts mount, savings disappear, and relationships become strained, all out of sight from those who care most. Addicts may claim that their actions affect no one but themselves, but in reality, the ripple effects of hidden gambling can be immense, impacting household finances, emotional well-being, and even employment. Keeping such a secret often requires further deception, altering bank statements, lying about periods of absence, or inventing reasons for missing money. Each concealed truth deepens the addict's isolation and increases the barriers to seeking help. Financial lies are also frequent tools used by gambling addicts. They may say, "I just need to borrow this money until payday," or "I had an emergency." Money that's borrowed under false pretenses seldom returns, as gambling addicts frequently use it to chase losses or fund their next bet. Promises to pay back loans, explanations for overdue bills, and stories about misplaced funds all serve to protect the addiction and deflect suspicion. Over time, trust erodes, relationships suffer, and the addict can find themselves in an increasingly desperate financial situation. Many gambling addicts shield themselves emotionally by saying, "I'm not hurting anyone." This self-directed lie builds a wall against guilt and responsibility. In truth, the impacts of gambling extend far beyond the individual. Partners may face joint debts or the threat of losing a home. Children might go without basic needs, or endure tension and instability at home. Friends and extended family can become unwitting enablers, stepping in to help with bills or listen to excuses, often without understanding the full picture. The ripple effects can even spread to workplaces, where productivity drops, trust is broken, and potential legal consequences lurk if theft or fraud occurs to cover gambling debts. Another dangerous rationalization is, "After this win, I'll quit for good." This statement taps into the persistent hope for a life-changing payout that will wipe away all prior mistakes. However, chasing losses is one of the defining characteristics of gambling addiction. Each attempt to win it back typically results in greater losses, yet the addict remains trapped in a cycle of hope, disappointment, and renewed commitment to quit, if only they can win one more time. The cycle feeds itself, making escape without intervention increasingly difficult. Some addicts minimize their behavior by telling themselves, "At least I'm not like those other gamblers. I know what I'm doing." By comparing themselves to stereotypes or imagining others in worse situations, addicts can downplay the seriousness of their problem. This lie provides a false sense of reassurance and delays the moment when they must confront the harm they are inflicting on themselves and others. Social lies also abound, such as, "I was just stuck in traffic," when explaining unexplained absences, or "I was working late," to account for time spent gambling. Fabricating alibis becomes second nature over time, and as the lies stack up, keeping track can become increasingly difficult, compounding anxiety and paranoia. The fallout can be severe when these lies are discovered. Trust is often irreparably damaged, and loved ones may feel betrayed by the extent of the deceit. Addicts may also convince themselves, "Everyone does it, I'm just unlucky." By normalizing their gambling behavior, they sidestep responsibility and cling to a belief that misfortune, rather than compulsion, explains their situation. They may cite stories of big winners or popular gambling advertisements, using these examples to justify repeated bets despite mounting evidence to the contrary. Ultimately, the most dangerous lie is often silent. The internal denial that says, "It's not really a problem." Overcoming this denial is perhaps the greatest challenge on the path to recovery. It requires courage to face the full reality of the situation and accept help. Recovery can only begin when the lies stop and truth is acknowledged, both internally and externally. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction, understanding these common lies is a crucial first step. Compassion, open conversation, and seeking professional help can make a significant difference. Recovery is possible, but it must begin with honesty, both with oneself and with those who care most. By challenging the web of deception that fuels gambling addiction, individuals can reclaim their lives and move toward a healthier, more hopeful future. Thanks for watching The Lure of Temptation. If this story resonates with you or someone you love, remember, awareness is the first step to freedom. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to spread the truth. You're not alone, and it's never too late to break free. Join us again as we uncover more lies and light the way to recovery.